Hello and welcome to the PS Vita review, and I hope you guys are excited as I am for this because I've been wanting to do this for a while, but now I have all the information I want, so we can actually get started on what we want to talk about, what there is to love, what I hate about it, anything and everything, so let's get started. First up, let's take a look at the design. The first thing you notice is a 5-inch touchscreen that is on the very front of it. It's OLED, it's a quarter QHD display, it's very, very nice. And next thing that you notice also is the two analog sticks. They are actually not clickable and they are convex, I believe. I'm not sure. But you have the four-way navigation button that we're all used to on the PlayStation, and you got the triangle, circle, X, and square button, start, select, and you also have the PlayStation button which you could tap, which will bring you home from anywhere. On the back of it, you have your camera. You also have a camera on the front, and you have your touch panel. And I'm tired of people saying touch screen because it's not a screen. Do you see a screen? No, I don't. So it is a panel, and it works very, very well. Everything is all nice and touchy, I guess you could say, but everything's very nice. It's all great. I love the design, but I'm sure give it about 2 or 3 years, they'll slim it down even more and make it cheaper. But you know what? It's very, very, very slim, sturdy, and I don't feel like I'm about to crush it whenever I hold it. So that is always a positive. And now, here we go to the next part. Now let's get into the look at the software and the user interface and the internet in this little section. Now, the UI is very, very easy to navigate. It is basically bubbles, and it's kind of like iOS. So your bubbles represent your applications. You can click on it, and then you can tap on it to open the actual app, but you can also close it by grabbing it from the top right corner and sliding it away. Very nice and easy. And you can download the apps from the PlayStation Store. It's great. It's very nice, intuitive. You can even change the color of the background of the PlayStation Vita. So it's very nice. You can move the icons around any way you want. You can have up to 10 pages. And very nice. You don't have, and it doesn't automatically fill in for you like iOS, where it moves it all the way over to one side. You can't just put it anywhere you want. So that's a very nice positive, and on the screen you will see how I have mine set up, and it's very different. So now we get to talk about the internet browser. The browser on here, it is okay. It's nothing to be, oh yeah, it's amazing. It's just to look up for maybe a guide to help you through there, and that's basically it. It doesn't have HTML5 or Flash. It's a basic internet. You won't be using it too often. I pretty much can promise you that, unless you don't have anything else to do it, but I'm sure you have other means to do it. Now let's take a look at the video software on here, the video player. Now you get to download the videos either from PlayStation Network or the PlayStation Store, or you can convert your own, but converting your own is a pain because it only supports certain type of formats, and for some reason, and I'm good with this video editing stuff and converting, I can't get it to take a full advantage of the whole screen. I don't know why, but that's just what you have to deal with and work with. But there's also Netflix on here, which works great. I haven't tried it for myself, but I've seen other videos of it. It works just like you expect, just like on the computer or the PlayStation 3. Nice, snappy, and very high quality. And there's also a new addition, YouTube. That's great to have now because you can look up game guides on there. But there is one bad thing. You can't have certain games running in the background with YouTube open. It is a bummer, but you're going to have to live with it. And there's also another thing called, it is called Nanaco. I don't know how to say it, but it is Nanacoico or something. I'm sorry, but I've never heard of this before, but I'm sure it works great. Now let's take a look at the camera. The camera on here is very, 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 it's decent. It's nothing you're going to use too often, but it's good for augmented reality. And on the actual page where you get to the camera app, you can either open up the gallery or you can open up the camera. The camera takes okay pictures. You're not going to use it for anything, but I don't know. You never know. But your actual pictures on there, they look great. Like say you have pictures on your PlayStation 3, you just want to copy them over and look them up on here, make them big. Looks great. Does its job there. Now let's look at some of the apps for the PlayStation Vita. First of all, there is Skype, Facebook, Twitter, Flickr, Foursquare, all the major ones that you can actually think of. On my PS Vita, I have Skype, Live Tweet, and Facebook. And I will tell you that Skype works great, runs in the background, but there's no IM, which is kind of annoying. But I mean, I haven't had a real reason to use it. It's just an annoyance that I have found. The Twitter application works just like you'd expect. All your tweets, what's trending on Twitter, all that's on the side. It's a basic Twitter application. The Facebook application is where I have the problem. I don't use Facebook all that often, but when I do, on here, it's very, very slow. And I mean, I know it is on like everything, but this thing's got a quad core processor in it. It should be beast. It's not, and I have like really fast internet. It does not do the job right. I don't know why it does and why it doesn't, but it's something that we have to deal with. What we're always gonna have to deal with, but I don't know. Maybe it's just not being fully optimized by the system, but we're gonna have to live with it, like I do. So I only use it for certain things, but you never know. You may use it a lot, but I will not have to. And another thing I want to take a look at is crossplay. Basically, what that is you know the game. There's a game called Wipeout 2048. Yeah, something like that. It takes place in the future. You can play online with PS Vita people and PlayStation 3 people up to like 6 players. That's amazing, and it works very, very well. Another game for it is Hustle Kings, and it's a pool table game. It's very, very interesting. I'm not gonna get it mainly because it's not my cup of tea, even though I'm not British. But yeah, that is some of the apps for it, and crossplay. And there's another thing on here, Google Maps. If you get not the GPS, it comes with the GPS. If you get the AT&T 3G model, it comes with maps on there, along with the Wi-Fi one. But Maps works very well. The only bad thing about it is the fact that it's like Facebook, it's not loading up quick enough, not as fast as you want it to be. But like I said, you're gonna have to live with it, deal with it, but can't. And finally, let's get to the thing you bought the actual PS Vita for, games. Now, I only have two real game on here. The rest of them I've either bought off of the thing, or I don't know, I've downloaded demos and everything. But what I have on here is Uncharted Golden Abyss. Love that game. I'm not going to do a review on it because it's just like the original Uncharted, not like Uncharted 2 or 3. So don't really compare them. But if you're going to compare it to anything, compare it to the first one, because it runs pretty much the same way. Tabletop Tanks is an augmented reality game that works. Well, you put your 6 cards down that you get with the PlayStation Vita, and you can basically have tank battles on your PS Vita screen around the area that you put the cards, and it works really, really well. And another game I have on here is Mon Nation Racer. It's the demo. It's just like the one on the PSP and the PS3. Unit 13, which is trying to be the Call of Duty on here until it gets actually on here. But until then, we're going to have to stick with Unit 13 and Resistance, Burning Skies. The other one is Wipeout 2048 demo. It's Wipeout 2048. It's a futuristic racing game. It's very, very nice. Reality Fighters. This is a very interesting title. You put 2 cards down and 2 fighters will pop up and they'll fight each other. Well, you obviously get to control them, but it's like you get to take a picture of the person and just like make the character the way you want, and you can fight. You can fight it with other people. I believe there is an online for it. I'm still not sure. It's only a demo I have. And Motorstorms RC. It is a free-to-play game. It's alright. There's nothing wrong with it, but it sure could be improved a whole lot. But it's a free-to-play, so you can't expect much. And I also have a pinball game I got from buying a Uncharted dual pack game, and it came with the thing for the PS Vita. So I went on ahead and downloaded that. It works great. But yeah, if you're looking for this thing for gaming, it's great for any gaming situations I run into. If you're a hardcore gamer and you have a PS3 and you're thinking about getting the Vita and you travel a lot, then get it. But if you don't travel a lot, there's not a huge need for it. But, I mean, you never know when you could actually use the PS Vita. I didn't think I'd use it that much, but I'm also using it more than, or just as much as my PlayStation 3. But not to mention, my PS3 has a whole lot more stuff, and the PS Vita is still growing. But other games that are coming out that I'm looking forward to are Little Big Planet, Assassin's Creed 3,